I'd like to show you a new feature in iOS 17, which both of these phones are running. It's called check-in. And what that allows you to do is send either a timed message or a location-based message. And I'll be going through each of these. It's a great feature, but there's a few limitations that you have to work around. Let's do the simple one first. So I'm going to send a message. And I'm going to pick a name here. And then instead of typing in a message, see this little plus here? That's new. If you don't see check-in, tap more and you can slide check-in to the top. And I didn't tap it. There I go. Okay, so now let's see what this looks like. You get to pick a time. For my purposes here, I want this to be short for demo purposes, so I'm going to make it 5 minutes. And you could send full data, which means more information about your current location if you wanted to, or limited. There's a way to change it there in settings. Let's do done. And now we're going to send it. It's going to be a 5-minute timer on my side. I'm doing some tasks and I want them to be notified if I don't respond after 5 minutes, if I don't cancel this timer. So I send it. And what they get is that I have a timer running. Now let me show you some details of it, what it looks like over here. So timer's only 5 minutes away, but what this other part of the message means there, do you see that? If you don't respond within 15 minutes. So what that means is after my time is up, it's going to give me a grace period of 15 minutes, and it'll do it, I think, 15:5 or 14:9 4, I think, like that. And it'll let me know, hey, you better respond or this guy's going to get this warning message. For the purposes of this video, I don't just want to respond, which is what a cancel check-in is. It means that I'm okay, I'm done. I'm going to let the timer run out, but I'm going to pause this because I don't want you to wait for the 15 minutes here. So I'll stop this now and we'll watch it count down. Do it later. Okay, as you can see now, the countdown has progressed. That original 5-minute timer I had that I didn't cancel, which means I didn't respond to it, and the 15-minute grace period's about up now. What you didn't hear while it was paused is there were several warning sounds on my phone that, hey, I better cancel the check-in to indicate that I'm okay. The reason I want you to see this is it's quite loud over here on the phone that you sent the message to. So again, this would be when you're not changing locations, where you're just staying in one place and you want someone to be notified that you're on a timed activity, like an exercise or whatever else that they might be interested in. The location one is going to have a lot more features that we're going to talk about, and also has some issues that we should discuss. One of them, along with this timer here, is you have to set it every time. You can't set this up on a recurring schedule. So if you have something like exercises that you do every day at 11 o'clock, you're going to have to send this message every day. It won't reoccur. The same thing with the location thing. If you want to use this for leaving work every day, it's not going to allow that. You're going to have to send it every day. I'll give you some workarounds that could help with that. I'm just going to wait the 17 seconds here. There's a couple more issues that I can bring up with a location-based one. When I tried to use it personally for doing a walk to let my son know that I was back home. So let's listen to the message here. So you can see this guy got a pretty loud one here that I have not checked in, right? So that's pretty handy. And then they could either call me or view my location. So let me just stop sharing it now so we can go on to the next part. Okay, this is going to be the location-based check-in. So let me show you how that works. Again, you're going to send a message. You're going to choose the person that you want to tell. And you're going to tap the plus just like last time. Check in. And instead of a timer-based one, we're going to edit this and we're going to pick a location. Now, what this is used for is, let's say you're leaving from a friend's house and you put in your home address here because you want them to know you got home okay. Or let's say you do this from work where you want to let the family members know you made it home okay. So let me just put in a fake address here for right now. Okay. And you can see that, and it allows me to choose the area size, the ring size here. I'll tap that, and now it wants to know if I'm driving or walking or transit. And what's kind of neat about this, well, let me just send it for now. So I'll do done, and then don't forget to send it. Okay, this phone should get the check-in. And this says that it's going to let me know that it will be notified when I arrive at that location and an expected time that I'll get there. Let's say I get held up in traffic. It will adjust this time, which is kind of nice. So the way this works is it's going to use the cellular data plan in this phone to keep track of where I am. So you have to have that turned on. You have to have location services turned on, which you can do in Find My, of course. So that's all part of the deal. You have to have that on for this to work. Now, obviously, I can't go to this location so you can see what happens, but it's similar to the other one. If I don't make it, you get a warning message and you can see where I am and even track my trail, my path, which is kind of nice to see where I stalled out or whatever. So what's the problem with this? Well, just like with the timer, you have to do it every day. So you'd have to do it every day as you leave from work. Let's say you were thinking of this for the kids as they leave school and you'd like to know if they get home. The problem is I found that when I was trying to do this for a walk, when I left home and then come back home, of course, my start and end destination are the same, and it won't allow you to do that. I had to walk a half a mile before it would let me set my my destination as the place I started from. So if you were trying to say, well, I'll set this up for the kids when they go to school, I'll have them send me a check-in message, it's not going to work because they're too close to home. You would have to have them do that from school. So that's a little bit of a problem. The same thing, you can't set up a routine I leave every day at work and have it do that. Okay, so what are my workarounds? Well, you could set a reminder, both for the kids at school as it's time for them to leave, to send a check-in message so you can track them if they don't come home, or from work, which you could do the same thing. So you're not able to, even though you could make a shortcut and a personal automation to send a message, what I found, on a schedule, it will not allow you to add check-in to it. It can just be a message that you type in. So right now, Apple doesn't support that, but I'd suggest to them that they add that feature. So again, it's a good thing. It's very nice to get these messages if you're checking up on a loved one. Remember iOS 17. This one, the sending one, has to have cell data plan enabled, and location services must be on. Just think about it; it's got to be able to track the phone. And I think it's a good app.